There we go. Oh, hi there. Welcome everybody to this very fine little show. Welcome to, and I gotta clean this place up. Anyway, welcome everybody to Steve's Sporty Balls. I am, of course, the aforementioned Steve Bexley. There we go. Um, I wouldn't worry too much because after the show, I'm going to be cleaning things up here and getting ready because I get my furniture tomorrow. Yes, I got. I'm going to turn this around here so you can see the. Yeah, this is going to be in my bedroom. I know this is the living room. Um, this is an air mattress. Yes, I do sleep there. I do sleep here, but this is what I wanted to show you. Um, this is going to be right there. That's going to be the studios that I will be doing the show. Both shows, all three. The podcast on Spreaker, Last Call Cafe. This little fun-fledged fiesta of a show. And if that's not enough, we also got a Twitch channel. Anyway, welcome everybody. We gave Harry the night off so he can commiserate. I do apologize for last night. We had a little tech issue with our camera, but as you can see now, it's nice and clear. Everything is working properly. Yes. Hello. Yeah, see? Everything is working properly. And, ooh, wow. That's amazing, isn't it? Yes. Yes, that is. It's a new webcam, so we're okay. Glad you could be here. Let's get on with this program. It was a light day in the world of sports, obviously. Some folks are still hungover from a wild NFL weekend. Hey Matt, how you doing? How do you like the new camera? Let me just show you the box. There you go. I know it's I gotta find out how you can turn the stuff around so you actually see. This is the webcam that I got from the fun folks at Walmart. It's a little bit clearer, maybe too clearer, but I like it. And we're back. We're going to give you sort of because we had, like I said, a light day in sports. We're going to give you a ton of stuff we were supposed to do last night, but didn't get a chance to. So, with that said, let's get on with it, shall we? Let's do the scores for tonight. And as I said, great idea. Share the stream on Facebook. Share it on TwitX, as I like to call it. So let's get on with it. We got. You want to do the Sunday scores? Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Let's do the Sunday scores. We'll get the Sunday scores, and then we'll do tonight's scores. Fun, isn't it? By the way, can you hear me, Matt? Can you hear me, Matt? Hello? Hi, Matt. Hi, Matthew. Let me know if you can hear me because this is going to be fun. Okay. Let's get to the. Yep, can hear you loud and clear. Fantastic. Okay, let's get to it. This is from last night. Last night, it looks like Taylor Swift gave swift justice. The Chiefs beat the Ravens 17-10, which means officially the wow. Which means officially the ouch. There. Wait, wow. Which means officially the what's the word? Conspiracy theory that the NFL pre-selected the teams for the Super Bowl has been debunked. Ravens lose, Chiefs win. We'll give you all the deets coming up. And in a heartbreaker, the first half went to the Lions. Second half, what a comeback by the 49ers. They defeated the Detroit Lions by a score of 34-31. We're going to give you a little commentary of that as well very shortly. Now, again, these are Sunday night scores, so bear with us in kind. Final scores from Sunday: the Pistons beat the Thunder 120-104. Pacers outpaced the Grizzlies 116-110. Magic finally got some magic. They defeated the Phoenix Suns 113-98. Hawks beat the Toronto Raptors 126-125. Chicago Bulls beat the Trailblazers 104-96. Let's take a look at last night's basketball scores from college basketball, the NC2 Alpha. First, start with the men's basketball. Number 1, UConn delivered again, 99-56 winner over Xavier. Fourth-ranked Purdue defeated Rutgers 68-60. 12th-ranked Memphis lost to UAB 97-88. 22nd-ranked FAU defeated North Texas 66-63. Number 25, New Mexico defeated Nevada 89-55. Let's go to the ladies, shall we? South Florida over East Carolina 54-40. Dayton over Man, you didn't know I spoke a different language now, did you? Let's try that again. Take 2. South Florida over East Carolina 54-40. Dayton over St. Bonaventure 64-43. Virginia Tech over Syracuse 75-62. Virginia over North Kakalaki 81-66. Florida over Texas A&M 63-51. Penn State over Maryland 112-76. Charleston over UNCW, Umpqua, 94-58. Illinois Chicago over Indiana State, 76-48. Monmouth over William & Mary, 67-56. Indiana over Northwestern, 100-59. Ohio State built at Purdue, 71-68. Green Bay over Wright State, 77-59. Duquesne over Loyola Chicago, 73-57. Baylor winner over Oklahoma State, 72-60. Louisville over Pittsburgh, 77-58. North Carolina State over Boston College, 82-61. Miami of Florida over Duke, 64-58. North Carolina AT&T over Elon, 56-42. Campbell over Northeastern, 54-43. Stony Brook over Drexel, 62-41. St. John over Georgetown, 57-56. Hampton over Hofstra, 67-62. Creighton over Seton Hall, 57-49. Villanova over DePaul, 95-64. Stanford over Arizona, 96-64. Arizona State over California, 76-71. Delaware over Townsend, 73-59. South Kakalaki over Vanderbilt, 91-74. Illinois over Minnesota, 73-68. Ole Miss, an 80-75 winner over Tennessee. Arkansas, 67-58 winner over Missouri. North Texas over UAB, 87-72. Temple over Tulane, 68-50. George Mason over VCU, 60-47. Richmond, a big winner over San Luis, 72-61. Missouri State over Murray State. It was a state shot, 84-74. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Colorado. Here we go. 61-48 over Oregon. Oregon State over Utah, 91-66. Washington over USC, 62-59. Belmont over Southern Illinois, 72-64. Valparaiso over Evansville, 70-59. South Dakota State over Oral Roberts, 96-80. Oakland over IUPUI, IUPUI, 65-59. Florida State over Georgia Tech, 78-67. Washington State over UCLA, 85-82. Alabama over Kentucky, and that won 7-4. Clemson over Wake Forest, 73-59. In the National Hockey League last night, in overtime, Blues over the Kings of Los Angeles, 4-3. The Kraken shook up the Columbus Blue Jackets, 4-2. In soccer, we got soccer action, kids. In La Liga action, Girona over Celta de Vigo, 1-0. Athletic Club and Cadiz ended in a 0-0 tie. Sevilla over Osasuna, 1-up. 1-1 tie. Atletico Madrid beat Valencia 2-0. In Liga MX, it was Pumas UNAM over Pachuca 3-1. Atlas over FC Juarez 2-1. Querétaro and Tigres UANL ended up in a 1-1 tie. In das Bundesliga, it was FC Union Berlin 1-0 winner over Darmstadt 98. And Borussia Dortmund over VfL Bochum by a score of 3-1. In Series A, Italian action, Genoa defeated Lecce 2-1. Verona and Frosinone tied at 1. Monza over Sassuolo 1-0. Napoli and Lazio ended up in a goose egg tie. Inter over Fiorentina 1-0. In Liga 1, League 1, Montpellier and Lille ended up 0-0 tie. Lorient and Le Havre, a 3-3 tie. Clermont and Strasbourg, 1-1 tie. Reims and Nantes, not Jim Nance, goose egg tie. Lens over Toulouse, 2-0. Paris over Brest, 2-2. Argentinian Premier Division soccer action, or football, as it's called. Godoy Cruz over Defensa y Justicia, 2-0. River Plate and Argentinos Juniors tied at 1. And Estudiantes over Belgrano, 1-0. Now that was last night. Here are tonight's scores. Let's go to the NBA. One game still in action. 2 minutes left to play in the third. It is Trailblazers 91, 76ers 72. Final scores: Cavaliers over the Clippers, 118-108. Knicks over the Hornets, 113-92. Celtics over the Pelicans, 118-112. Phoenix Suns over the Miami Heat, 118-105. Brooklyn Nets over the Utah Jazz, 147-114. The Houston Rockets beat the one, the only, LeBron James, LA Lakers, 135-119. Wizards over the Spurs, 118-113. Timberwolves over the Thunder, 107-101. Kings over the Grizzlies, 103-94. Mavericks, buttbuster over the Magic, 131-129. Nuggets over the Bucks, 113-107. In NC2A men's basketball action today, it was Duke over Virginia Tech, 77-63. In overtime, Houston over Texas, 76-72. In women's basketball action, it was Holy Cross over Boston University by a score of 61-50. Maryland East Shore over South Carolina State, or South Kakalaka State, 63-45. Norfolk State over Morgan State, 62-45. NC Central over Delaware State, 64-58. Jackson State over Florida A&M, 79-60. Alabama State over Texas Southern, 62-55. Prairie View over Alabama A&M, 65-59. Southern University over Missouri Valley State, or Mississippi Valley State. Which one is it? Which one is it, boys? It's it's Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. Okay, Mississippi. Thank you very much. Now let's continue our little fun lover. 64-45, by the way, Southern over Mississippi Valley. Arkansas Pine Bluff over Grambling, 56-49. Auburn over Georgia, 67-49. Mississippi State over LSU, 77-73. The National Hockey League, this is the final score. Senators over Predators in overtime, 4-3. In soccer action, yes, I'm a sucker for soccer. Getafe in La Liga action, Getafe over Granada, 2-0. In Cities A, it was Roma over Salernitana, 2-1. In Argentinian Primera Division action, it was Instituto over Atletico Tucumán, 3-0. And that, for want of a better word, was 2 nights of sports action for you. Right here. Let me go. There we go. Wow. Killer, wasn't it? Okay. I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax now. Just going to relax, lounge here for last night on the beanbag before I get table, chairs, little table for the studio there. I'm going to tape when I get everything done here, I'm going to show you the whole entire complex here. This is a 1-bedroom apartment, and it feels good. Okay, let's get to some news for you, folks. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to give you, we haven't done this in a while, obvious reason, but you know how when we used to do this many moons ago, we would give you a recap of the day in football on our Monday night recap. So we're going to do it right now. We're going to bring you a recap of the 2 games that took place yesterday. And we're going to make this fun. That's right. Okay, can we get to, let's do more here. Let's give us the NFL, please. Thank you. Okay, it was once again the traditional championship Sunday for the AFC and the NFC, and we are going to the AFC first. Kansas City Chiefs squeaked out a victory over the Baltimore Ravens by a score of 17-10. How, kiddies? How? Is coming up right now. Yes, we're going to do this proper. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. We have the total recap equal. No, back. Thank you. Okay, boop. There we go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Okay, the first quarter was vintage Patrick Mahomes picking apart the Baltimore defense with quick passes, with Travis Kelce on the other end of several of them. Then the Kansas City defense, now elite after some shaky seasons in the past, took over. Finally, when Mahomes needed one more completion to send the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl, he went deep to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, whose struggles this season were emblematic of the team's maligned receiving group. He got complete for 32 yards. Ball game. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, Kelce said emphatically. And after all the moments this season when they looked a little discombobulated, And very vulnerable, the Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl for the fourth time in 5 years. Mahomes and Kelsey were at their magnificent best in the first half, and Kansas City's defense delivered another masterpiece against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, leading the Chiefs to a 17-10 victory in the AFC Championship game. Kelsey caught 11 passes for 116 yards and a touchdown. It was a milestone day for the 34-year-old Kelsey, who surpassed Jerry Rice's career record for postseason receptions. Kansas City will face San Francisco February 11th on CBS and Nickelodeon. Yes, history will be made. The first Super Bowl ever to be shown on a cable network. It's Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon will have that honor. A victory for Kansas City will make the Chiefs' first team to win it all in back-to-back seasons since the Patriots of New England 19 years ago. Now, playing in the road in the playoffs for the first time with Mahomes, the Chiefs beat Buffalo and Baltimore in back-to-back weeks to win the conference. The Chiefs led 17-7 at halftime. Justin Tucker's 43-yard field goal with 2:34 left to play was the only scoring of the second half. Baltimore kicked deep after that, and on 3rd and 9, Mahomes connected with Valdez-Scantling, who held on and knew exactly what that catch meant. Mahomes went 30 of 39 for 241 yards and a touchdown. Jackson could win his second MVP after leading Baltimore to the league's best record and point differential during the regular season. But the Ravens allowed touchdowns on the first two Kansas City possessions and appeared a bit panicky times after that. Baltimore made undisciplined mistakes all game, while Kansas City looked the part of a team making its sixth straight appearance in the conference title game. With the Ravens down by 10 in the third quarter, rookie Zay Flowers caught a 54-yard pass to the Kansas City 10. That was flagged for taunting after the play. Moments later, he fumbled near the goal line, and the Ravens ended up with no points. That was one of several frustrating moments for Baltimore fans, whose city was hosting the AFC Championship game for the first time since January 1971, when the Colts beat the Oakland Raiders. Jackson went 20 of 37 for 272 yards and a touchdown, but Baltimore never really exploited its perceived advantage on the ground. Jackson raced under one of his own tipped passes in the first half for a 13-yard reception, but he also turned the ball over twice, including a forced pass into heavy coverage that was picked off in the end zone with 6:45 left in the game. Once it was clear, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo had the upper hand against the Baltimore offense. Mahomes was happy to manage the game and avoid doing anything risky. Jackson fell to 2-4 as a starter in postseason, despite having been the top seed in the AFC twice. He made few sensational individual plays, but the Ravens had trouble moving the ball otherwise. Mahomes, meanwhile, completed in his first 11 pass attempts, and although the Ravens largely shut Kansas City down after that, the damage was done on a very rainy day in Baltimore. There was some chippy behavior before the game, which included Ravens defensive back Arthur Millay and a group of Kansas City players having to be separated. Then the Chiefs forced the 3-and-out on the game's first drive and went 86 yards for the opening touchdown. Kelsey caught a 13-yard pass from Mahomes over the middle on 4th and 2. Then the star tight end beat All-Pro safety Kyle Hamilton for a 19-yard touchdown to make it 7-0. Jackson answered in his own particular way. He broke free for a 21-yard run when Baltimore went for it on 4th and 1 from its own 34. Then the star quarterback ducked out of a near sack by Leo Chenal, retreated a bit farther back and threw a 30-yard scoring strike to Flowers, who celebrated with teammates by doing the swag surf dance that Swift and Chiefs fans did in a recent game. Kansas City was unbothered. Mahomes drove his team 75 yards in 9 minutes and 2 seconds with the help of an acrobatic diving catch by Kelsey on one third down toss, and Isaiah Pacheco kept the 16 play march with a 2-yard touchdown run. The Chiefs actually missed chances to extend their lead. A sack by Charles Omintiu forced a fumble by Jackson that gave Kansas City the ball. The Baltimore 33. Kelsey was marked just short on third down catch. Pacheco was stopped on the ensuing fourth down at the 13. After a couple of personal fouls on Baltimore helped Kansas City cross midfield late in half. The Chiefs were flagged for back-to-back holding calls, the second of which wiped out a 33-yard screen pass to Rashid Rice that would have been a touchdown. 9-yard pass to Kelsey put Kansas City in position for Harris Butker's 52-yard field goal that made it 17-7. The Harbaugh brothers came up short in their attempt to sweep the college and pro championship after Jim Harbaugh coached Michigan to a national title. Jim, who left the Wolverines to become coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, was at the game Sunday. John Harbaugh said he was still proud of Baltimore's season. Now, the injuries. Omeniu left with a knee injury, and star defense tackle Chris Jones was shaken up in the fourth quarter for the Chiefs. Now, next up is the Super Bowl. It's the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Now, that was that. Now, the second half, well, if you really must do it, we do. 49ers beat Detroit by 3, 34-31. Dan Campbell, God bless him. He tried everything in his book, but unfortunately just didn't work. But I'll get to that in the last few minutes. Right now, let's excuse him. Okay, let's get to the Lions San Francisco game. Williams right in for 42 yards, touchdown. The PAT was Bagley. Man. Okay. Williams right in for 42 yards, touchdown. PAT by okay, somewhere around here. We got the Bucksies. No, Max scores. Okay, somewhere around here. Excusez-moi, boys and girls. Excusez-moi. Okay. And here we go. Okay, let's get to the news here. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, we're still trying to. Okay, good. We got stories for you. We're going to keep on doing what we do the best. Um, Big Ten football will look a lot different in 2024, not just because it welcomes 4 new West Coast programs. Jim Harbaugh's departure from Michigan to the NFL to coach the Los Angeles Chargers mean the 3-time reigning conference champion, and the reigning national champion as well, will have a new leader next season. While offensive coordinator Sharon Moore was promoted to replace Harbaugh, boy, I'll be glad when I get the chair and the table so we can put this in. Everything will look professional. The former Wolverine coach will be taking members of the Michigan staff with him to Los Angeles. Not only will Michigan's roster look significantly different, primarily on offense, but will also deal with plenty of turnover on its coaching staff. Now there's even more pressure on Ohio State to end its Big Ten title drought next season. Buckeyes were already feeling that heat before Harbaugh left. With everything Ohio State has returning next season, it's already seen as a clear-cut favorite to win the conference. But this is an Ohio State or the field situation. But is this an Ohio State or the field situation 2024? What better way to figure it out than by looking at the field and breaking it down by tiers? Who will be playing Big Ten football? Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Northwestern, Purdue, and Rutgers. Of the 7 schools in this tier, only Purdue, Northwestern, and Indiana appear on Ohio State's 2024 schedule. Ironically enough, they're all in consecutive weeks, beginning between a road trip to Penn State and the regular season finale against Michigan. So it's possible one of them could catch the Buckeyes slipping and throw a wrinkle in the conference race. As for the other 4, the odds of any of them meeting Ohio State in a Big Ten championship game are slim and none, and Slim's about ready to get out of the field. None of which is to say these teams stink or won't have good seasons. Of the 7, all but Indiana have a legit shot of going bowling, and we cannot literally roll out the Hoosiers entirely, but Big Ten title contenders, not this time. Now, the 4 Pac-12 teams entering the Big Ten, Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington. Oregon looks like the one best positioned to threaten Ohio State. Let's not forget the Ducks beat Ohio State in Columbus a few seasons ago. They're a different team in 24, but while Oregon has to replace Heisman finalist Bo Nix, it did so with an experienced option in former UCF and Oklahoma quarterback Dylan Gabriel. The way Dan Lanning has recruited to Eugene since taking over means Oregon will be strong along the lines of scrimmage. Don't care how much the sport changes. If you aren't strong at the line of scrimmage in the Big Ten, the SEC, you won't even winning the league. Now, some folks are sold on USC, some are not. As immediate contender, there's plenty of focus on losing Caleb Williams, and deservedly so. There's a lot of work to be done on both the offensive and defensive lines before this Trojan team is ready to deal with the upper echelon of the Big Ten. Washington reached the college football playoff national championship, but lost its head coach, quarterback, top 3 receivers, and for this Trojan team is ready to deal with the upper echelon of the Big Ten. Washington reached college football playoff national championship, but lost its head coach, quarterback, top 3 receivers, and nearly the entire Joe Moore award-winning offensive line. In estimation, the Huskies will enter the Big Ten closer to the middle of the league and the top. As for UCLA, the Bruins haven't won a conference title since '98. It'll be an absolute stunner for them to show up to the Big Ten and win the league. What do you know? What do you know, folks? But man, this is going to be interesting. Washington reached. Washington reached the college football playoff national championship, but lost its head coach, quarterback, top three receivers in year. Oh, I already read that part. As for UCLA, the Bruins haven't won a conference title since 1998, and it'll be an absolute stunner for them to show up to the Big Ten and win the title. While some only see Oregon as a threat next season, the presence of the four schools will make it difficult for everybody. The easiest schedule in the Big Ten will never be so easy, so here is an added element of class, and that play will be new Big Ten fans. All right, let's keep going while we have this point. Kansas City Chiefs have a little doubt in their hands. Let's check the injury report one more time. And Charles Omenihu won't be on the field with the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs for Super Bowl 58. Omenihu wouldn't face the San Francisco 49ers after he suffered a torn ACL English during the Chief title win. Okay, to continue on here. Oh, come on. While the Chiefs had 57 sacks during the regular season, the most of those came from those four players. Reserve Malik Herring may have had an elevated role with Emmanuel out. Herring has 1.5 sacks in 7 games during the regular season. So, what more can we say but wow. Just wow. Okay, it is 12 minutes past the hour of 12 o'clock. We welcome you to let's see. Excuse me. Okay, we are at 13 minutes past the hour of 12 midnight. We have more to come. So, if you will, please, break time. And I'm going to just say this. Wow. All right. Ooh. Okay. Check and see some more little a do dot dee do dot da. Or there. Hi there. How you doing? Okay, let's get back to more news here when we got a chance. Now, let's talk for a moment about the Lions game before we go on with any more. Now, granted, and I want to put this in focus here. Nobody expected the Lions to win outright. But this wasn't the same old Lions. This wasn't the doormat of the National Football League. This was a new improved Lions program, and they had it all. They had um, um, they had webcams ready for action. Um, anyway, why give things a little nasty, nasty? Let's give you the top candidates for um, let's see. The Miami Dolphins are searching for a new defensive coordinator after agreeing to part ways with Vic Fangio after just one season together. Miami's defense finished in the 2023 regular season ranked number 10 in total yards allowed per game, number 22 in total points allowed, number 15 passing, number 7 rushing. Number 20 is third down efficiency, and number 28 in red zone efficiency. The Dolphins' defense was forced to deal with injuries at all three levels in 2023, but fielding a formidable unit that could complete what the number one offense in the NBA this past season is the goal of the organization, and it all starts with who's calling the shots. So here you go. Okay. Miami's in the process of reaching out to candidates for interviews, and a couple of notables names that have been. Okay, I'll be back. All right, let's get going here. Miami's defense finished the 2023 season, regular season, ranked number 10 in total yards per game, number 22 in points allowed, number 15 in passing, number 7 in rushing, number 20 in third down. Okay, wow. Almost here. The Dolphins' defense was forced to deal with injuries at all three levels in 2023, but fielding a formidable unit that can complement what was the number one offense in the NFL this past season is the goal. Okay, I think this is. Oh boy. I'll be lucky to get to sleep tonight after all this. Okay, let's get back to the brass tacks. By the way, Super Bowl, CBS, and Nickelodeon will have the game for you. I would say. Okay. So everyone's sort of in a okay. Let's. Oh man. Sleep deprived. That's why at 12:30 a.m. we're going to cut it off. The Eagles are hiring Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator, which is very nice, very good. Um, Excuse me. Don't mean to yawn. Just leave it safe. Hmm. Okay, we're coming down through the home stretch here, so don't worry. We got a special trim here on the notice. Hmm. Oh, that's not number 4 escapes Texas with an overtime win. Chiefs lose key pass rusher to torn ACL from game. Okay. Let's just thank you. Chargers hiring a longtime Ravens executive as a new general manager, Aikiba. Mm-hmm. Uh, okay, let's. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. Let's see. Chief lose key pass rusher. Who did they lose for the title game? Very simple as it pops up here on our big board. Charles Omenihu suffered a torn ACL injury on Sunday, so that's it on that side of the dice. Okay, nice save. Sorry, I fell asleep for a while, but hey, live television is amazing. Mariners have acquired Polanco in a 5-player swap with Twins. That's a good advice. There we go. Okay. Oh boy. I'm thinking strongly of cutting it right now because I'm just about dead tired and I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So we're going to cut her at about 5, 6 minutes. Um, don't forget, Super Bowl 58 will be from Vegas, baby. And of course, we will be there to um, oh boy, I tell you, I'll be glad when this is over. Anyway, let's uh, let's sort of do the recap of the Lions here. Lions had a very good first half, but then the second half and a couple of ill-timed solutions just bogged them down again. But this time, these are not the same old Lions, and I wish people would realize that. These are Lions that went and battle onion. Okay. I think we're going to get out of here. Not out of the apartment, but I think we're going to cut our feed here a little bit early tonight because we got a long day ahead of us. 2 doctor's appointments. We got furniture coming in. I got to meet a lot of people. And that is going to do it for us. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors that Steve Sporty Balls is back live streaming 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow, hopefully, some no-dos, and we will be on the air until 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time. For all of the fun folks here, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley, and we will see you tomorrow night at 11:35 without fear and without delay. Thank you again, Matt. Thanks to everybody, and good night from all of us here at the L2C Media Network and Mystifying Creativity Productions.